Welcome back guys. So in this video we will try to understand how we can add the custom object to the hash map, right? So earlier we have seen that how we can add a data of type primitive or a string kind of data. Here we will try to understand how we can add a custom object. So for that let me create one class called example12 and I will write a main method and then I'll create the reference of map and my data is going to be, so here I need to know what kind of data we are going to store. So I will store the custom type object. So for that I will write one class inside the same Java file, and I can do that because we can create the default class in the same Java file. Yes, we cannot create the public, but we can create a default so that I can see that what is my object type which I am going to store. So I will write here public class person, and this guy has a two fields which is private in nature, age name. Okay, so there are two fields for this guy, age and name, and then for these two field I will select this and I will generate the constructor. So I will go to the source and I will click on constructor using fields, click on generate. So you can see that constructor got generated for you. Paste it here, then generate getter and setter. Let's say if you want to access the data later point of time, you can generate getter and setter. Select these two fields, click on generate. Now getters and setters also you write it after constructor, okay, and then override the toString method because I would like to see what kind of data my object is storing. So override the toString method, because when you have a custom class, when you try to print the object, it will print the address for the object. So we need to override the toString method which comes from the object class. So select these two fields, click on generate. Right, you can see that the toString method got generated here. Okay, so we are good with this custom class. Now my key will be person and my value is going to be, let's say, integer. Okay, let's say this is going to be integer, and then control spacebar, you will get options to create a reference, new, and then hash map. Okay, so this guy will store the data of type person. So now we will go and we will store the data, map dot put map dot put. Okay, so do one thing, you keep key as an integer and value as a person. That would be better actually. Okay, so if you do that by convention it looks better. So keep here and you keep person as a value. So value is nothing but object. You can do that vice versa, it's all depends on the requirement. Okay, now I will write key is equal to 1, and this guy I write object of person, and I will write age is equal to 20 and name is equal to test1, right? So there is one record added. Now I will go and I will add one more record, and in map key should not be duplicate, key should be always unique, and this also I have explained through diagram also when I have started with the architecture of internal architecture of hash map, right? Now if you go here and if you'll do system output print ln, and if you'll go and just print the map, okay, let me change the age is equal to 30 and test2. Okay, now value can be duplicate guys. Okay, so you can see that here your data is getting printed. So if you look focus on this output, see 1 is the key, and after equal sign whatever you have, which is nothing but person object. Again 2 is the key and you have equal sign, so you have another person is an object. Okay, so you can see that the 2 object is getting displayed. Now for the same thing, if I will copy here and I will paste, and if I'll just change to linked hash set, sorry, linked hash map, okay, and if I will go and change the reference to linked hash map, you know that your linked hash map will implement the map interface. So yes, I can do that, and let me print the linked hash map. Now see that, is there any output difference? Is there output difference? There is no output difference. If you look at why there is no output difference, because luckily in the map, the way you have inserted the data and the way you are printing it, it looks same. This is not because your map is maintaining the insertion order. Okay, let me change the key here 3 and let me keep it here 2 and make the value equal to 40 and 3. So 2, here you will keep it 3. Okay, now I just change the sequence. Here also I'll do the same thing. I will copy in the linked hash map and I will add one more here. I'll keep it here, key is equal to 3 and this is going to be 3 and this is going to be 2. For 2 the value is going to be 40. Okay, now let's print that. Now you can differentiate what I was trying to say, that as you know that map will not maintain the insertion order, right? So look at here, this is your hash map output. So you are getting that 1, 20, then you are getting that 2, right, and then 3. So if you look at here, okay, your insertion order is not getting maintained in case of map, because look at how we are storing the data. We are storing key 1, then key 3 and then key 2, right, in the hash map. So it is not maintaining the order of the key. Okay, whereas in the linked hash map, if you look at, it is maintaining the order of the key. You have key is equal to 1, value is equal to person object, and key is equal to 3, value is equal to person object, key is equal to 2, value is equal to person object, right? And why this person object is getting printed like this? Because we are overriding the toString method. We are overriding the toString method. So object value is getting printed. Clear? Now what if I will go here and if I will change this to tree map, okay, what happens in that case? So I need to import first. So just place mouse over there and click on import, which comes from the Java util package, and change the reference here, right? Then you go and you do a same put method. Now let's run that. So if you look at the output, what you are getting in the tree set, right, in the tree set, your output, your key will be in the ascending order. So look at here, first 1 came, then 2 came, and then 3 came, which means the key is coming in the ascending order. Okay, if you look at the hash map output is also same, but guys, this is not because your hash map will print in the ascending order. This is the default sequence, right? This is the sequence which you are getting is the same as the tree map. That does not mean that your hash map will give you the data in the ascending order. Okay, by luck you are getting the data in the ascending order in the hash map. Same thing you are getting with the tree map also. To show you, I will go and what I will do, I will add one more by keeping the key is equal to 5 and this is equal to 50 and then name is equal to 5, right? So let's see that, and the same record I will add in the tree map also. Okay, I'm going to add the same record, right? and then I will go and execute my program. Now look at the output. So first one is your hash map output. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3 and 5, right? Here also you'll have 1, 2, 3 and 5, right? So if you look at the key, whatever you are getting in the tree map, same key you are getting in the hash map also, right? And it looks like your hash map and tree map output is the same, but it is not the case. Your output is not same. So now let me do one more thing. Let me add one more record. Why I'm keep on adding? Because I wanted to show you the difference. I know that you know the difference, but still I would like to show you the difference. I'll add key is equal to 500 and let's keep here 500 and keep here 500. The same you pick up from here and go in the tree map and add it. Okay, because mainly I would like to show you the difference between tree map and hash map, because our linked hash map, it maintains the insertion order. Okay, so you can make out. Now here we go. Okay, look at the output now. So let me decrease the console size little bit so that it will be in the same frame. You can see that the output. So go to color and font and edit this to the, let's say 18. Okay, now focus on the output. Now you can differentiate. Look at the hash map output. You have key is equal to 1, value is equal to object, then you have a key 2, then you have key is equal to 3, value is equal to object, person object, then key you have a 500. Okay, and then you have a key is equal to 5. But now look at the tree map output. The tree map output, if you focus here, key is equal to 1, person object, then key is equal to 2, person object, value is equal to person object, then you have key is equal to 3, value is equal to person object, and then key you have is equal to 5, whereas in the hash map the key was 500, which shows that hash map will not maintain the insertion order, but in the tree map your key will go in the ascending order. Clear now? Now it is clear, right? Now you can correlate like how it is different, and that's how you can store the custom object to the value of the hash map, and you are able to see that your all three map, your hash map, linked hash map and tree map is working fine. Please focus here. You are storing value as a person object. Now do one thing, copy this class, make it class 13. Now what you do in class 13, there will be little bit change, guys. Okay, the change would be, what is the error? Okay, so the error, guys, one more thing we need to understand. We have person object in class 12. Okay, I cannot write the same person object in class 13, because you know that when you create a default class, the default class scope will be to the package where you have created. So you cannot write two default class with the same name in the same package, which is not allowed. So what I will do, I will go and I'll rename that. Always do refactor. Okay, in refactor, go and change to person 1. Okay, and press enter. So what will happen, this will get renamed with person 1, and your example 12 has a person. Yes, even I can use the class which I had in the example 12. I can use it here, but I want to keep a separate class for this example. Now here there is a slight difference. Here I will do key as a person and value as an integer. Okay, so I just reversed the sequence. Now key is the person object and value is the integer, right? So mostly what will happen is copy from here, go and paste it here. Okay, now again you copy 1 from here, go and paste it. Okay, similarly remove from here, go and paste it. Let me change the key. So you can see that error has gone now. Okay, there is no error. Similarly, we will go and we will change the linked hash map also. The type of data which is taking, we will go and we'll change it, because I would like to show you one difference here. What happens when your key is custom object, right? So copy this, the entire thing, paste it here, and just what you do is just change the reference map to linked hash map. Same thing, you copy from here, in the tree map also you paste it, and you change the reference. You might be thinking that why the error is not coming below, because the reference is map, guys. So error is not coming below, right? Because earlier this map was integer and person, still the error was not coming here, because the reference we are using that map. Even before, when we modified the tree map, it was not giving the error. Okay, now if reference in the tree map, now your key is equal to person object and value is equal to 5. If you'll go and change here integer, you will get a compile time. You can see that, right? So what will happen now? The same program in 12, whatever we learned, I just reversed. Here the key was integer, value was person object. Here the key is person object and the value is integer. Let's run this program. Oh, you have an exception, right? You have an exception. So your hash map and your linked hash map will work fine. Your hash map will not maintain the insertions order, whereas your linked hash map will maintain the insertion order, but your tree map will throw the exceptions saying that class cast exceptions. Now if you correlate the same thing, we were seeing that in the hash set tree set class also. When I was talking about the set classes in the tree set, we were getting the same thing. The reason being is, what happens when you store any data, primitive data, right, or string data, what happens, those data of type comparable, those data you have a type of comparable, but when you store a custom object is not a type of comparable. So generally what happens, when you store the key in the tree map, internally sorting will happen, and since this custom object is not a type of comparable, it will throw the exceptions for you. It will give you the exceptions, right? So if I will go again to this, I'll do one thing. I'll copy these exceptions and in the code I will add it for you, so that if you'll do the practice, you will remember like what was coming here, right? Clear? So if you'll go to the tree map, not tree map, before jumping to the tree map, I will show you something. I'll write here integer. I'll just write an integer. I would like to show you something. So generally what happens in example 12, when you are keeping key is equal to like this, you know, internally this will be like integer dot value of. So internally compiler will do for you, because you know that in your collections classes you cannot store primitive data type, you can store only object. So internally compiler will do like this. When you keep key is equal to 5, now you go to the integer class, press control, go to the integer class, look at the integer class. This integer class is of type comparable. When any data of type comparable, your tree map will not complain you. Tree map will not throw any exceptions. Same thing happens in case of string also. Let me write here string, press control, click on string class. If you go here, this string is also of type comparable. Okay, type comparable. So string also you can store that in the tree map, you will not get any complaint. But when it comes to custom object, your tree map will fail. Why? Because if your custom object is not a type of comparable, this guy will basically throw the exception saying that your tree map, whatever data you have stored, it is not type of comparable. The reason being is if you'll go to the put method, okay, if you'll go to the put method in the tree map, okay, so go to the tree map, click on tree map, press control, click on tree map, you go here, you press command O and go to the put method, okay, put method. When you go to this put method, this is the put method. In this put method, what happens is either your data should be of type comparator or your data should be of type comparable. If you have any of those kind, either comparator or comparable, your put method will not throw any exceptions. Your put method in the tree map will not throw any exceptions. Now what happens, when we were storing the data, my data is not of type of comparable or it is not a type of comparator, so I am getting the problem. You can look at here, you can read this whatever Java documentations they have given, it is very nice. You can read that it will throw class cast exceptions if the specified key cannot be compared with the key currently in the map. So let's say you have added one record, key is equal to 1. When you are going to add key is equal to 2, internally it will do a compare. While doing a compare, okay, it will throw class cast if a specified key cannot be compared. Why it cannot be compared? Because your data should be of type comparable. Your data should be of type comparable. You can read the next line also. Throws null pointer exceptions if the specified key is null and this map uses natural ordering or its comparator does not permit a null key. This I will see that later. This I will not cover here. Here I am just trying to cover when you are storing a custom object, make sure that your object should be of type comparable or you are implementing the comparator, which I will show you in the next video. So now you got an idea what happens when you store custom object as a key. When you are storing custom object as a value, no problem. Your hash map, linked hash map, tree map, everything will work fine. But the moment you will try to store key as a custom object, you will get a complaint by tree map. It will give you the exception saying that your class should be of type comparable, right? So in next video I will show you how we can overcome this issue. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this.